It's a great night for high school football here in Camilla, Georgia at Centennial Field. Hello, everyone. I'm Ben Bateman to bring you all the live play-by-play action as the Mitchell County Eagles entertain the Brooks County Trojan. It's a battle. It's a battle between 1A and 1AA, and it should be a very interesting contest tonight. We're excited to be here, and we want to thank our sponsors for making this broadcast possible. They include Stone's Hardware, the Bank of Camilla, Janice Smith Realty, Family Bank, Camilla Enterprise, Cooper's Heating and Air, Albany Vascular, Mitchell County Animal Clinic, Carpet World, the Bonnie Blue House, Keith Lyle with Warren, Brannon, and Lyle, Colquitt Chevrolet, Adela Ford Insurance, CNS of Camilla, Farm Bureau, Hilliard State Farm, Care Chiropractic, Southern Graphics and the Art Shack, 20 Feed and Seed, Burgess Automotive, Pelham Banking, Wiggum's Automotive, Mitchell EMC, Pelham Camilla Trading Post, Albany Motor Cars, Joe's Paint and Body, Jamerson Braswell Funeral Home, Athletic Republic, and Captain Don's Seafood and Restaurant. And of course, we appreciate all of those sponsors for making this broadcast possible. We hope you will patronize their businesses, and we hope while you're there, you'll thank them for helping make this broadcast possible. Here with me to bring the color action tonight is one of my best friends, and we've known each other for a long time. We've been in the broadcast booth many, many times. He's a member of the Mitchell County Sports Hall of Fame, a letterman from Georgia Tech, Mr. Robert McCaskill. Robert, it's great. I'm so happy that you agreed to do this broadcast with me tonight. Been a long time, but it's not our first rodeo, is it?
Oh, no. I might be a little rusty, Ben, but it's always a pleasure to be with you, and I appreciate those kind words. I tell you, Mitchell County's got their hands full tonight, that's for sure. Brooks County, #2 ranked team in the state in AA. They have a week off. They're going to be ready. They're going to be hungry. They're going to be wanting to hit somebody.
I'll tell you they are. And you mentioned #2 in AA. They're also ranked 28th in the state in all classifications. And, of course, I'm sure that big victory they had a couple of weeks ago over Valdosta had a lot to do with that statewide ranking in all classifications. But we're going to be back to take a look at the state rankings and the standings in Region 1A and 1AA in just a moment. But first, let's take this 3-minute timeout for a word from our sponsors. You're in tune to the official voice of high school football in Southwest Georgia, Q92.3.
There's my lady.
Hey, how are you doing?
Ma'am, it's great to see you again.
It is good to see you.
How's life treating
Back live at Centennial Field in Camilla, Georgia for tonight's contest between the Brooks County Trojans and the Mitchell County Eagles. And before we get into the starting lineups, I just want to look in the state rankings in Class A and Class AA. Mitchell County, of course, playing in Class A. Brooks in AA, ranked 2nd in the state. As I look at the state rankings in Class A, I see no team from Region 1 ranked in the top 10. That's kind of strange, Robert. For years and years, people have talked about Region 1 being the toughest region in the state. But at this point in the year, there's absolutely no team from Region 1 in Class A classification that's ranked in the top 10 in the state.
I'd have to talk to a few coaches. I'm sure a lot of coaches have got various opinions about that. But there again, you know, we got size. You got a lot of kids moving around from system to system, and sometimes you lose some good athletes. I know I think Lee County lost a tremendous athlete. Sometimes people just move away, and some of those nucleus players move away. It's pretty tough. Or you have a graduation class, and a lot of seniors start losing a lot of seniors. Then it's pretty tough to rebuild a program and get back up on the winning side. Plus, you got to give credit to the rest of the state, too. Some of these schools have got some tremendous coaches that's been there for a long, long time, and they have developed a program.
Looking in AA now, though, talking about Region 1 AA, you have 4 teams from Region 1 AA ranked in the top 10. We have Brooks County 3-0 at #2, Cook County 3-0 at #3, Fitzgerald at 2-1 at #7, and Early County at 2-1 at #8. So there comes the strength of Region 1, but it's in the AA classification.
Well, AA, you know, Mitchell County spent a lot of years in AA, and deservedly so, and it was very competitive for a number of years. And but there again, Early County, you know, Early County's Coach Wolf, he's fallen on some tough times over there the last few years, but he's always had a few good skilled people. I'm sure University of Georgia can attest to that. He's the Williams kid is playing up there for the Bulldogs. But you got Early County's making a comeback this year. They're very tough, and they're well coached, so they're going to be they're going to be tough in that AA region.
Okay, let's look at the region standings in Region 1A. You got Calhoun County and Miller County tied for first at 2-1. Randolph-Clay at 1-1. Mitchell County, the Eagles are 1-2. They lost last week, of course, to Albany, 32-16, but Albany is ranked in 4A this year. Seminole County comes in tied with Mitchell County at 1-2. They lost also last week to Clinch, 13-12. Then Terrell County, so you have 3 teams tied for the third slot in Region 1A, and Terrell County won last week over Central Talbotton 48-0, and then Stewart County comes in the last place in Region 1A at this point in the year, and they lost to Pacelli last week, and that was 43-14. And speaking of Pacelli, the Baconton Blazers lost a tough one last night to Pacelli right here at Centennial Field.
Yeah, tough break there. I mean, Baconton Blazers, everybody knows they continue to try to field a team and be competitive, and it's an uphill battle. You got to have some numbers, you got to have some athletes. As coaches say, you got to have a few tools in the toolbox, and it's pretty tough to compete with some of these teams when you're very limited on your numbers and very limited on your talent. But that region, as you just went through, that 1A region, it's pretty weak this year. Really the whole region as a whole is not very strong. So, you know, whomever emerges as far as the playoffs are concerned, I don't know how deep they're going to go, but they're competitive. But as you just mentioned, those records, and I'm looking at all these teams, you know, Mitchell County, they can be they're young, but they're more inexperienced than young. But nonetheless, looking at some of these teams in the region, they have a chance. They have a chance to win a few of those games.
And looking at Region 1A, you got Calhoun County and Miller County tied. Excuse me, 1AA. You got Brooks County up top along with Cook County, both of them ranked 2nd and 3rd respectively in the state. Fitzgerald at 2-1 and Early County at 2-1, tied for 2nd, and both of them ranked 7th and 8th in the state. Berrien County is also 2-1, but they are unranked. Pelham comes in there at next to the last here. They lost last week to Miller County 20-0, and then Thomasville at 1-3. They lost last week to Westminster 27-17, and that's a real strong region. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of playoff contenders coming out of that region this year.
Oh, sure. You Brooks County, you got to tip your hat there. You beat Valdosta, and then you beat Monroe. Monroe is a very talented, skilled players. They can play. And of course, you got to remember Brooks County is AA school, and you just don't have normally you don't have the numbers to match up with some of these larger schools. But Brooks County evidently has enough size, enough defense, and enough skill players. I know they're wide open. They love to throw this football.
We're going to be back to take a look at both of these teams and bring you the starting lineups right after we take this break on the official voice of high school football in Southwest Georgia, Q92.3.
Cadet Giandre Carswell, Cadet Matthew Winfrey, Cadet Rashad Snell, Cadet Boise Fairbank, and Cadet Damian Allen. Mitchell County High School Band. Mitchell County High School Band under the direction of Paul Anderson.
Once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
We have had the meeting of the captains at midfield. Mitchell County has won the toss, and they have elected to receive. They will be moving north to south, and Brooks County will be defending the south goal. As I paint the picture for you here, Mitchell County is dressed in blue with red trim. They have red helmets and white letters. Brooks County is in white jerseys with black pants, and they have white helmets and they have red letters. So that's the way that things are shaping up here. Mitchell County winning the toss, and they will receive to start the game. Our officials tonight from the All-Star Football Association include referee William Reed, umpire Patrick Bunn, head linesman and Anon Harris, field judge Bruce Jackson. The side judge is Chris Warren, line judge Jesse Massey, and the clock operator is Greg Murphy. And those are our officials from the All-Star Football Association. Should be interesting to see how things shape up here. Mitchell County has got to put some defense together. They got to be able to fly with these guys. I understand from what I hear from Brooks County people is that they have a lot of speed out there.
Well, anytime we'll know. Once we see them line up, we'll know. I got to see some sets. Basically, both of these teams run a 4-4 basic defensive front. I think Mitchell County, occasionally they'll put a 50 front in, put a nose man in to try to, maybe if Brooks County decided they want to start running it. But there again, I think Mitchell County's problem is exactly that. They're going to have to spread out and play some man-on-man and be able to match up with these guys on the outside. And I don't know how much skill they have, because open field tackling is going to be a premium with when you play Brooks County, because they're going to spread it out, throw it, under Z, under screens, over. They're going to throw it deep. They're going to throw slants. They're going to throw everything in the world at you from multiple sets, from a number of formations. So open field tackle is going to be a premium tonight.
You know, Coach Cornelius, he came in and he put in this wing T offense, but I know you were at practice this week, Robert, and he's made some adjustments and has something new for Brooks County to look at tonight.
Well, there again, he's concerned about taking care of the football, and like I said, you run a wing T. A wing T is very efficient as long as you got a quarterback that's extremely good at handling the football. And of course, backs do what they're supposed to do as far as receiving handoffs or pitches, because an offense can be dangerous as far as turnovers are concerned. Many folks don't think that's the case, but if you're an option quarterback, you have to know how to pitch the football, and of course the backs have to stay in their lanes, and they have to keep those relationships with the quarterback. And they've had a problem with turnovers. So I think what he's looking at is breaking his quarterback up in the shotgun, and even though he's not very deep, because he's going to have a tailback behind him or to the side of him, he's going to run a lot of the option out of the shotgun. He calls it a pistol flex.
Kicking for Brooks County is number 17, Daniel Hodem, and back deep for the Eagles, number 21, Jaquan Williams, along with, looks like number 19, Kavoris Pollard. So we're about ready to get underway from Centennial Field in Camilla, Georgia. It's Brooks County versus Mitchell County. There's the whistle, and we're ready for action. Hodem, set, approaches the football, gets a low wobbly kick that's out of bounds on the far sideline at about the 30-yard line. So Mitchell County gets good field position with that squib kick. I don't think he intended that to happen. I think he just kind of mishit it.
Well, I tell you, watching him in pregame warm-ups, as far as his extra point field goal kicking, he was punching it pretty good. I was kind of surprised. He kicked that thing out of bounds. Of course, that's supposed to be an automatic penalty. It should be up at the 40-yard line.
Let's see where the officials are going to spot it. They're talking things over now and discussing it. Now bringing the kicking team off the field, and they are bringing it out. Looks like pretty close to the 50-yard line. Are they going to re-kick it? They're going to re-kick it.
You can make them kick it again.
Okay.
I mean, you have an option. You
know, I spoke about the speed of Brooks County, but I saw the Pelham-Mitchell County game, and Mitchell County's got some speed out there itself. Illegal procedure, the call.
He's got to back it up. You can't put it on the 40 again.
Brooks County, and he's going to back it up 5 yards and put it down at the 35. So Hodem will try it one more time. And standing on about their own 20-yard line is Williams and Pollard for the Eagles. So we're going to kick it again. Brooks is going to kick it again,
They did back it up 5 yards, but, you know, of course, I've been out of coaching for a while, Ben, but there again, I thought in high school, if you kicked it out of bounds, you automatically got the ball on the 40.
That's what I thought.
Maybe they've changed it, or maybe it's an option. I don't know. Maybe they wanted to kick it off again.
So Hodem approaches it again, gets a foot into it. A little bit better kick, not high, but spirals taking on about the 20-yard line out to the 25, makes a move at the 25 to the 30. And falling forward is Jaquan Williams.
Fumbled.
He fumbled a football. Let's see.
Brooks County got it.
Oh, what a break.
Yep. He made a couple of moves, and he got away from that one tackle. And when he did, the pursuit caught up with him, and they jarred the ball loose.
Brooks County takes over at the Mitchell County 34-yard line. 1st and 10. Bad break there for the Eagles to start this contest.
Well, that's the thing you have to stay away from when you know you're going to be fighting an uphill battle from the opening whistle. You got to stay away from the turnovers, but that's easier said than done, and that's exactly what Mitchell County has been fighting all year, is turnovers.
So the Trojans come out and spread it out with wide receivers to both sides, slot receivers both sides, in the shotgun. Got one man back with Parrish. Parrish calling for the football, takes a snap, looks deep, wants to strike quickly, going to let it go down this right side. Got a man open down there. Oh, he dropped it.
Dropped a touchdown.
Hit it right in his hands, and he let it get into his body, and it bounced off his body, and he was wide open. That was 13 Cobb for Brooks County.
Telling you what, Coach English is live on the sideline, and that's 21. That's the quarterback, and he's playing both ways, but he let that receiver run a fly route. He ran right by him. That young man's supposed to have a little speed. He should have been turning and running with him, and he let him get about 5 yards behind him. Boy, he was wide up for 6.
2nd and 10 from the 34-yard line for the Trojans. They're in the Eagle territory after the Eagles fumbled the opening kickoff.
From this look right now, Mitchell County is going to 4-4, and they're playing straight man out here on these receivers.
Same formation, receivers to both sides and in the slot, calling for the pass. Swings it out to the left side in the flat. Got a man there. He's got about 7, maybe 8 yards. Looks like they ran him out of bounds after a gain of 9, as he's going to be inside the 30-yard line down to about the 26.
Yeah, just had twin set to the left side, 2 receivers out. One just cleared out. The other one ran a little, about a 6-yard hitch, made a good catch, picked up a couple more yards.
So 3rd and 1 for the Trojans of Brooks County. Ball at the Mitchell County 26-yard line. They go to the I formation, split a receiver out wide right and left, and one in the slot on the right side. Quarterback's going to keep it straight up the middle. He's hit at the line of scrimmage. I don't think he made the first down.
I think
have to wait and see where they. I see the line judge has stopped right about the original line of scrimmage at the 26. So that's going to bring up a 4th down and 1 for the Trojans.
That was, I tell you, the defensive tackle for Mitchell County was a 57. He did a great job stepping up. 67.
67.
Yeah, he did a great job filling that hole real quick.
So 4th and 1 now. Quarterback's going to bring them down. Brooks County, they're in the I. Going to take it, going to toss, sweep it around this right side. Makes a cut inside to 25, and it's going to be a first down.
Yeah, he barely picked it up, but he got it. The Eagles responded well there. That was a pretty good job. But there again, I don't think we're going to see that set very often tonight. They had a regular pro I set from Brooks County, and they just ran a toss sweep to the right, and he picked up about 2, just enough for the first down.
They're going to measure for it, but from where I sit, it looks like he may have picked it up just by about the nose of the football.
Yeah.
But the officials want to measure it and make sure. So
well, I'm sure the Mitchell County coaches are calling for the measurement.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. That was a pretty good stand, though, after the
oh, yeah. After that first play, they picked up 9.
Yeah, they wanted to pick up that quick 6 on that deep pass and had a man wide open. He just dropped it.
Well, high school football, you look for execution, but there again, it's tough to get high school kids to be able to execute everything the way you draw it up and the way you hope they can execute it. But there again, we've had Brooks County to drop a touchdown pass, and we had Mitchell County to fumble the opening kickoff. So
here we go with the measurement, and they are going to, let's see. Ooh, they're taking some time.
A little closer than I thought.
A lot closer than I thought.
Got it, yeah.
It is a first down.
Yeah, to make sure you got that chain just stretched out just enough. But, man, I tell you what, he barely did get it by the nose of that football.
At the 24-yard line of the Eagles, Brooks County on the move now. They pick up the first down of the evening. Parrish is the quarterback. Some other games in our area. Pelham takes on Seminole and Donaldsonville. Westwood is off this week. Now they send trips left. Wide receiver split wide to the right. Parrish keeping one man in the backfield with him. Parrish out of the shotgun. Trips left, takes a snap, looks right, going to swing it out in the flats, got a man there. He makes a move on the corner, and he makes another good move inside, and it looks like he got in the end zone. Yep, he scored from 24 yards out. That was number 11 for
corner.
Brooks County. That's Derek Herring who's in the game.
Well, he made a good move. We saw some skill there as far as the receiver's concerned, but it's nothing more than a 3-yard hitch. Quarterback hit him quick. The corner didn't come up quick enough, and when he did, he was out of control. Guy made a nice move on him, on the defensive back from Mitchell County, and carried it the distance.
So in to kick is Hodum. There's a snap, ball's down, kick is up, and it looks good from here, and we have a ball game. Your score, just 10:02 left to play in the first period. We're just into this contest. Brooks County cashes in on a Mitchell County fumble on the opening kickoff, and it is now Brooks County 7, Mitchell County nothing. Back live at Centennial Field, where the Brooks County Trojans have scored just into this contest, taking advantage of a Mitchell County opening kickoff fumble and driving down scoring on a 24-yard pass play right there. And now we have Hodum set to kick off again from his own 40. Back deep, there is Pollard and Williams for the Eagles. Hodum approaches it, puts a foot into it. It's a high kick, going to be taken on the far side by Williams. Williams makes a move, cuts his cost of 30, 35, 40 down the far sideline, makes another move at the 45, 50, 45, 40, and he's dragged down at about the 35-yard line of the Brooks County Trojans. A great return there by Jaquan Williams, and that may be the spark that the Eagles need to get fired up and maybe can get back in this thing. And not that it's too far, but I mean, we need to respond to that score of Brooks County.
Well, actually, Brooks County made a mistake by getting the ball up in the air there. It gave the Mitchell County time to set up their return, and instead of squib kicking it, which Mitchell County had a hard time handling the football, but he had a chance to turn out all the way. Benny, if he'd have cut back across the field, he had wide open, had about 3 blockers out here. He could have taken it the distance. He might be a little tired.
So Williams is going to start at quarterback. Behind him in the backfield is looks like Emmanuel. Up, high snap, fumbled again. Williams has no choice but to just grab the football and eat it back at the Brooks County 45-yard line.
Well, part of that is the snap was a little high, but I got to feel like 21 after returning that kick. He's probably a little winded on top of that. So
the Eagles go from a 1st and 10 at the Brooks County 34. Now they're back to a 2nd and 21 at the Brooks County 45.
Snap was high, Ben, but he should have handled it. And he's giving him a break right now.
Looked like to me he was a little bit close to the center for a shotgun snap.
He's doing that. That's when he calls it. He's doing that because he's got his tailback behind him. He wants to run the option out of that set. So instead of a regular shotgun look, he is on about 3.5 yards back,
now
maybe 4.
Quarterback, you got looks like Chauncey Moore, number 11, who's going to take the snap and turn and give it. And we try to the left side. And we might have fell forward for a couple of yards as Brooks County was there.
Got a flag.
That was Emmanuel running the football. Or was that? I'm trying to get a number. It's hard to read the numbers from up here.
It looks like
that was 26, who is Tremel Emmanuel. Or Tremel.
Calling the chop block against Mitchell County. Boy, that has been debated through the years with the officials and coaches about exactly where the territory is and the yard. Where's the zone that you can get away with blocking below the waist, and where's the area you can't get away with it.
Right. That was exactly the call. You nailed it, and that's going to back it up 15 more yards back into Mitchell County territory. They're back now at their own 42-yard line. So this drive started on the Brooks County 34 or 33. Make it.
Yeah.
And now they're back on their own 42.
Yep.
So it's 2nd and a ton of yardage. Quarterback is Moore for Mitchell County. Behind him, number 26, Emmanuel. Receiver split both sides, one in the slot on the left side. He's going to take it and look to throw it across the field. It's underthrown. Chauncey Moore looked like he had a receiver open out there.
Well, he tried to hit a curl. He just ran he had a twins left, and they ran a 5-yard out with the inside receiver and a curl with the inside. And the quarterback is really just a pull throw. He just missed him.
Pollard looked like he was open.
He was open momentarily, but there again, the ball was thrown way behind him and low.
Yeah. So that brings up 3rd down in a bunch. Now back in at quarterback, you've got Williams, Jaquan Williams. And there's some confusion in the backfield as Jaquan sets him up just like he wants him. Splits the backs behind him out of the shotgun. Going to take the snap, turn. Looked like he wanted to throw it, but what a rush there. Brooks County ate that alive.
They made it very clear they were bringing everybody. I mean, they had 8. Actually, they had 9 people on the line of scrimmage. So I mean, they were, and the officials had thrown a flag here. I don't know exactly what he's calling.
That was Sean Waters for Brooks County with the tackle. We're 8:35 into the ball game so far, and Brooks County on top 7-0.
2 of those linebackers came through completely untouched.
Unsportsmanlike conduct called against both teams. They offset, penalties offset.
You don't see that very often. Must be some talking going on.
So there's 4th down, and now Jaquan Williams will drop back in punt formation. He stands on his own 23-yard line. Brooks County to receive the punt stands at his own 33. He may be a little deep for this one. There's a snap. Can Williams get it off?
Ooh,
it's high and wobbly, end over end. Going to bounce at about the 48-yard line. Take a Mitchell County bounce down to the 41-yard line. But Brooks County with great field position here, leading this thing 7-0.
There again, no doubt that Mitchell County appears to be outmanned here, and they're going to need some big plays. And that kickoff return was a big possibility for 21. Williams, if he'd have cut back across his field and picked up those 3 blockers, I think he would return that for a touchdown on kickoff, because that's the kind of plays they're going to have to even stay in this ball game.
Well, we need to put something together defensively here and stop Brooks County's momentum. They've got all the momentum early in this contest.
Yeah, with the inconsistency there on Mitchell County's offense, they're going to have a struggle putting drives together.
Parrish, the quarterback, out of the shotgun. Receivers, they just spread them out everywhere. Split to both sides. Sends a man in motion coming this way. Going to give it to him around this right side. He makes a cut inside, got a good block out here, and picked up about 6 or 7 yards. That was number 9 on the carry, DeJuan Miley.
Good tackle by Anthony Murray there. He stepped a cornerback. He stepped up, fought off the wide blocker, and made a nice tackle. Still 5-yard gain.
In the backfield, Golden along with Parrish. Parrish takes the snap, looking to throw deep. He's got plenty of time, got all day, waiting for it to set up. Now he's rolling out of the pocket under a little bit of pressure, going to be run out of bounds over here at about the line of scrimmage. Mark it at about the 48-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd down situation now for Brooks County. Big 3rd down early in the game for Mitchell.
Pretty good coverage there, but I'm surprised Brooks County has got all their routes were deep. They didn't have anything underneath. If they'll start running routes underneath, they're going to have people wide open. But he had 4 verticals there. He had 4 people running straight down the field, and he wanted to score. That's for sure.
3rd and 5. As we come out, Golden. Parrish is the quarterback. Golden with him in the backfield. Got 2 in the slot on the left side. There's a snap. He's going to roll left, looking to throw it downfield. Swings it out there. Got a man. Was he in bounds? Yes,
yep.
He was.
Giving him the catch. Nice catch there. Actually, it was a nice throw. The right-handed quarterback rolling to his left. He turned and squared his shoulders up real nicely there and made a nice throw. I can see why a lot of people think highly of this Parrish kid, this quarterback for Brooks.
Picks up the 1st down. Ball at the Eagle 41-yard line. Same formation, got a pair of receivers in the slot on the left side, one out wide right. Takes the ball, going to give it to Golden. Golden tries this right side on a slant, and he's got some running room. He's got maybe 6 or 7 yards there. They're going to mark it down at about the 32.
Yeah, this spread offense, several teams, both high school and college, are beginning to run this. Valdosta State obviously made it famous.
2nd and 1. As Parrish looks things over. Same formation they've run this entire drive. There's the snap, swings it out in the middle, a little high.
Boy.
Put a little juice on that one and threw it high, and his receiver was unable to get to it. That was intended for Sam Bradley.
He was wide open. He just ran a 5-yard hitch on the inside from the inside slot position. He was wide open, but it was a little hot. It was a little high. He's a short receiver, and it went through his hands. Lucky they were very fortunate Mitchell County didn't intercept that ball.
Another 3rd down for the Trojans. 3rd and 1 this time around. As the ball is at the 32-yard line. 7:10 left to play in the 1st quarter. Brooks County leads it 7-0.
But those are kind of breaks, and I'll probably keep referring to this all night because I know Mitchell County's going to have some big plays. But that interception there would have been a big play because he had some room to run if he could have picked it off.
So Parrish got two backs in the backfield with him now. Takes the snap, going to take it himself, left side, finds a seam, going to pick up the first down inside the 25-yard line at about the 24.
There again, Parrish is a good reputation for running the football, but of course he can throw it as many times as they have thrown it in the past. Obviously he can throw it, but he's also a very dangerous runner.
Let's see where they officially placed the ball down. It's going to be inside the 25, just inside the 25. 1st and 10, Brooks County. They haven't really had any problem moving the football except, you know, being off a little bit with a pass here or a pass there.
Just miscues. They're basically their own worst enemy right now, but they can move the football.
Parrish calling for the football. Takes it, going to give it right side. That's number 2 running for Brooks. He's met at the line of scrimmage by Williams. And he got about 3 yards. Jaquan Williams came up and stuck him right at the line of scrimmage, but he was able to fall forward for about 3, maybe 4. Call it 4, and we'll call it 2nd and 6. Ball is just outside the Eagle 20-yard line. Parrish now in a hurry-up type offense. Swapping receivers around. Got Golden with him in the backfield, along with number 12, Malcolm Parrish. Excuse me, number 32, that's Sean Waters. Got a man in the slot, left side, looking for him. It's batted at the line of scrimmage. That was a good move there by the Eagles, number 9, Joshua King, who was able to get a hand on it.
Did a good job, but they're still running these hitch routes. I tell you, if the problem with Mitchell County here is 21, you got about 9 guys going both ways.
Right.
And that offense, when you're running, when 21 has to keep up with it, and he's out there having to run with these receivers, he's going to get a little winded. So it's kind of tough to make a big play when you're tired.
Got to put 2 in the slot on the left side, send 1 out wide right. There's the snap to Parrish. Tries that same hitch route that we overthrew a while ago, and he got that one. That was complete.
Well, that was an example of what I was talking about. 21, Williams made the tackle, Ben, but he was a little late coming up. The young man ran the same route he missed just 2 plays ago. He just ran a 5-yard hitch from the slot position, and Williams was just slow coming up to defend it.
And it's going to bring up 4th down for the Trojans. 4th and 3 is what we'll call it. Ball resting at about the Eagle 22, 23-yard line. Parrish. Oh, we jumped off sides.
They're calling it. Yep. He changed the cadence.
Yep, changed the cadence, and of course that's what gets you. You got to play disciplined football out there.
Well, anytime any coach, most offensive coordinators tell you got 4th and inside 5 yards, the first thing you want to do is change the cadence. If your offensive line disciplined enough to stay put, what happens is just what happened. You get that defense to jump, you pick up that easy 5 yards. First down.
Offsides defense, that's Mitchell. And they pick up that easy first down, like you said. And now the ball is marked in, about the 12-yard line of the Eagles. So Parrish comes out and splits receivers out to both sides, puts a man in the slot on both sides. Got Golden with him in the backfield, sends a man in motion, fakes to him, going to keep it himself. Parrish juking and jiving at the line of scrimmage. He's still on his feet inside the 10, inside the 5. That's Parrish with some nice running there. I'll tell you, it looked like his hole closed down, and he just did what he had to do to get the yardage.
Well, it did close down. The young man's pretty quick. He's got good quickness. Looks like he's a pretty strong young man as well. He broke a couple of tackles there.
Well, like you said before the game, Mitchell County's got to be sure tackling in this game. They got to lock up. Looking to throw it in the end zone. Parrish going to be sacked for a loss. That was number 26, Tramel Emanuel, who was in there to sack.
Well, you got to take some
Parrish.
chances. You can't let an athlete of his caliber stand back there and pick you apart. And Coach English had him coming there, and 26 has made a big play for Mitchell County. That's Emanuel, as you said, big play there.
Back them up to the 12-yard line or 11-yard line of the Eagles.
I tell you,
bring up 3rd and 7.
Excuse me, but what really helped is that defensive lineman getting his hands up, and that quarterback had to pause, and that's what really cost him.
So you got Golden and Parrish in the backfield. Receivers in tight, trips out left, looking to throw it left. Looking, got some people out there. Now he's going to just dump it off in the end zone, complete.
Yeah.
And touchdown for Brooks County. Number 9, DeJuan Miley scores the 2nd TD for the Trojans tonight with 3:54 left to play in the quarter.
Well, you give Parrish time. He's going to move. He's got the running ability to actually move around, and if you give him enough time, he had 2 or 3 people wide open there on both sides of the field. Had a guy wide open. They running for 2. They're running. They faked it. They were lining up wide, and they went in and took the snap. And I'm not sure if he made it.
I don't think he did.
I didn't see.
I haven't seen any indication.
They didn't give any, I think they dropped him on the 1-foot line.
So they went for 2 and they didn't get it. So your score at 3:54 left to play in the first quarter is.
No, they gave it to him.
They gave it to him, so I guess it is Brooks County 15 and Mitchell County 0. We'll be back after we take this timeout on the official voice of high school football in Southwest Georgia, Q92.3. We were a little confused because I never really saw a signal from any of the officials on the field at whether he made it in with the 2-point conversion.
Well, you like to see the touchdown signal if he scores, but I didn't see the first official. I think they were a little bit stumped that they faked it to themselves. They lined up in the split. They had the linemen split, and they had an inside formation. They decided to snap it and go for it.
Hodem squib kicks it. Going to be picked up at the 23. Got across the 30, breaking down this near sideline. That's Williams, drugged down from behind at the 45-yard line. Jaquan Williams on the return.
Number 30, Kenneth Penny for Brooks.
So the Eagles really need to put some offense together here and at least, pick up a couple of first downs. That last drive, boy, they kept shooting themselves in the foot. Penalties.
Well, you got a situation.
High snap.
I have seen this so many times. 21, he's getting that ball, but I tell you, he's on the field constantly. And it's kind of, when you start getting tired, it's kind of hard to shift it in that top gear and make a big play. And I know he's got enough speed to make that play, but he just couldn't find it.
Timeout call by the Eagles with 3:46 left to play in the first quarter. Back live at Centennial Field where Brooks County leads at 15-0. And Robert, you were talking, that was a good timeout call by the coaches right there.
No doubt. You got a lot of your skill guys that are they're going both ways. Mitchell County's got 9 players going both ways. Brooks has got, I think, 6 going both ways. But obviously they have more depth. And I tell you, the scary thing for AA folks is Brooks County's they're only playing 5 seniors.
Herring is now in at quarterback. Behind him in the backfield, you got Williams. There's a snap, going to turn, give it to Williams. Right side, finds a little seam, makes a move at the line of scrimmage.
Fumble.
Ball's on the ground. Ball was on the ground. Looks like Brooks County signaling they got the football. We'll have to wait and see what the official signal is.
I tell you, they're having a tough time hanging on that football.
Second down. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
Somebody hustled. That was a great hustle by, was it 50?
Looks like 58 to me.
Yeah, picked up the
Darian
the
Daniels who picked up the fumble. Or it was 58 or 52. It's hard to tell with those. It was 50.
Brooks County had a shot at it. It must have squibbed out beneath the Brooks County player because he certainly had it at one moment. He had it.
Actually, it was 56 Casey Wood who came up with the fumble for the Eagles.
There you go.
Now back in at quarterback for the Eagles is number 11 Chauncey Moore. Moore calls for the football out of the shotgun. Going to take it. Going to try to sweep it, but he gets blown dead before they can get the playoff.
I tell you, Brooks County is they're very confident in bringing 8 people up to the front and blitzing those linebackers right through the middle. They're coming through untouched. There's no one picking them up.
Herring back in the game for the Eagles at quarterback. Jaquan Williams going to stay with him in the backfield. Also number 9, Joshua King. King's in the slot on the right side. Just Williams back there with Moore. Moore takes the snap, fakes it to Williams, going to take it himself, but bounces off a tackle and around this near sideline. He's going to be run out of bounds inside Brooks County territory at about the 48. Pickup of about 5 on that play.
Well, that was a keeper. They would just fake the power eye actually out of the. They run it out of a shotgun as we mentioned it, but right. he had his backs and he's trying to like they're going to run a power eye play right through off tackle, and he bootlegged. He kept it and picked up some plus yards there.
Yep. Make it 3rd and 4. Ball marked at the Brooks County 47. It's Moore again, talking it over with Williams in the backfield.
Look at they have all 11 men within the 2 yards.
Looks to throw it. Looks to throw it under some pressure. Moore tried to run away from it, but he's going to be dropped for a loss back at about the 50-yard line.
Ben, they had 11 people within 2 yards of the line of scrimmage. Brooks County's defense had 11 folks lined up there. They are really becoming confident that they can press and put a lot of pressure on this Mitchell County offense and create some turnovers here.
Got a correction here. That's not Chauncey Moore. That is Bruce Bryant, who is in at quarterback number 11. Our football roster that we got has listed Moore, but Bruce Bryant is a big, tall, lanky guy.
Yeah, he switched it around.
But now it's 4th down for the Eagles. The ball is at midfield. And in to punt is that guy, that same guy, been calling his name all night, never leaves the field, number 21, Jaquan Williams.
Yep, he receives the kickoff, he punts, runs quarterback, running back.
Defensive back.
Oh, yeah.
Jaquan will punt from his own 38-yard line, back deep for Brooks County on the 20.
Got another whistle.
And there's a whistle. Looks like number 10. That's Xavius Medlock. Delay a game call here against the Eagles. Yep. So it moves the ball back to the Eagle 45, and Williams will back up a little bit. Stands on about his own 33. And here comes the punt. Calls for the ball, gets good snap, gets away a good spiral, long kick. Going to bounce at about the 20-yard line. It takes a Brooks County bounce out of bounds at about the 22. So it will be 1st and 10 Brooks County from their own 22-yard line.
That was a much better punt than the first one, that's for sure. That was a pretty good kick there. And he also, not only did he kick it well, he kicked it away from the receiver. No chance for return there for Brooks County.
So Brooks County takes over on their own 21-yard line. Is where they're going to mark the football, where it went out of bounds on the far sideline. The Trojans lead 15-0 with 1:25 left to play in the first quarter. Out comes Parrish. Got 2 in the slot on the right side. Takes the snap, going to give it. That looked like Golden. Golden tried to slant on the right side, then cut it back as he hit the line of scrimmage and picked up about 2, maybe 3 yards. And
Miller.
Brooks goes to a hurry-up type offense, 2nd and 7. And that also is, that hurry-up offense is going to win some of those guys that Mitchell County has going both ways out there also.
Well, 9 of them, so it's tough.
Parrish lone back in the backfield, sends a man in motion coming his way. Going to fake it to him and take it himself up the middle. Then he darts to the outside on the right side, tries to go back up the middle, and there's where he runs into his pursuit. But he picks up about another 3-4 yards. See where they mark it.
He's a quick young man. He's got good quickness. Quarterback for Brooks.
At the 29-yard line, it's 3rd and long 2, short 3 now for Parrish. Parrish just, the Brooks County Trojans, they just come to the line of scrimmage, look to the sideline to get his signals, and then he calls a play at the line of scrimmage. Parrish brings it back there for protection. Takes a snap, swings it out, left side, got a man there on a hitch route.
Yep.
And he tried to make a good move, but we were able to bring him down on that far sideline, but he's able to pick up the first down. That was number 8, Thomas.
Well, as much as Brooks spreads it out with these receivers, you normally got trips right and twins left, or trips left and slot right. I mean, they got one back in the backfield with a quarterback, but as quick as that quarterback is, opens a lot of territory up for him for his running ability.
They just spread the field with receivers. Parrish, low snap, he's able to handle it, looks to throw it. It's a little bit low. We had a man there.
Sure did.
That was number 7, Anthony Murray, who was there on defense for Mitchell County. Pass was intended for number 21, Nigel Holly.
Into the first quarter, 15-0, Brooks County leads.
And let's pause for this break on the official voice of high school football in Southwest Georgia, Q92.3. Okay, thanks. We are back at Centennial Field in Camilla, where the Brooks County Trojans lead it 15-0 as we enter the second period. They have the football at their own 35-yard line.
you know.
Now they hadn't moved the down. They hadn't moved the ball marker. The down marker and the ball marker are not in the same spot. Now they get it back there. Okay, it's second down. Ball marked just outside the 35-yard line of the Trojans, and it's second down and 10. Parrish in the backfield. Takes a snap, low snap again. Parrish under a little pressure, tries to run away from it. He's going to be sacked. There's a flag on the play, but he's sacked back at the 20-yard line.
I'm going to guess holding, but you never know. I mean, there's no one around. But the only thing I can figure would be holding.
It is holding against Brooks County, but I would decline the penalty here if I were the Eagles because,
absolutely.
you know.
3rd and 20.
Yeah, 3rd and 20.
Or 20 plus.
From the 20-yard line.
Got to negate this. That guy's too dangerous. I tell you, they got really the Brooks County coaching staff, when they try to send so many verticals, Mitchell County is beginning to bring at least one guy. They're beginning to put a little pressure on the quarterback. If they'll throw those quick routes, they're doing much better. The hitch routes and out routes, they're open. I think Brooks County going to have to throw the football a little quicker.
Just got to keep containing Parrish when we get that pressure on him, not let him get away from it. So Parrish, the quarterback for Brooks County, got a man in motion going right to left, sets up in the slot. Now Parrish drops back under some heavy pressure, going to try to roll away from it, but he's going to be out of bounds on this near sideline at about the 14-yard line.
I tell you, they were trying to set up a screen pass there, Ben, but it didn't. Fortunately, the Mitchell County defense were just too quick. They came in too fast.
That series, we really saw a good pass rush come from the Eagles.
Certainly did. A lot of those guys act like they weren't even getting touched. Some of those Brooks County linemen might be getting a little winded too.
It's 4th and about 30 for the first, so the Eagles should end up with some fairly good field position here.
Oh, definitely the best defensive stand for the Eagles all night right there, no doubt.
That's number 21, Jaquan. It's a spiral low kick. It's going to hit and take a Brooks County roll. He's going to pick it up at the last minute. He's across the 50 down to the 45 on the far sideline. He's going to be run out of bounds at about the 43.
Well, it's good field position. Did a good job fielding that punt. And thank you. Yeah, that's good. Thank you. Getting us a Coca-Cola in.
Got to get something. It's hot up here. So the Eagles take over in Brooks County territory. Last time they took over in Brooks County territory, they went backwards. So let's hope we get some better results this time.
I don't know what's going on here. You got your officials are getting kind of confused and moving the team from one side to the other.
I don't know either.
Now they decided, well, no, I don't know. If I was the quarterback for the Mitchell County, I'd said, wait a minute, we're wrong. We're going this way. We're not going the other way. We're going this way.
1st and 10 from the Brooks County 44-yard line for the Mitchell County Eagles. And in at quarterback is Bryant. Bryant's got Williams behind him in the backfield, along with, looks like Emmanuel. There's a snap. Bryant going to run it, pitched it behind him. It's on the ground. Brooks County's got it. 45-yard line of the Eagles. Tried to run the option to the right side, threw the pitch behind Williams.
Yeah, it was
couldn't
too
get
deep.
to it.
It was too deep. Actually, the whole play was too deep. Brooks County's defensive end did a good job in stepping up, but nonetheless, the pitch was a little off. But backs have got to be able to, every pitch is not going to be perfect. You got to be able to field the ball a little bit, just like receivers have to be able to catch something that's a little off. You got to have some better hands than that. But there again, that's Coach Cornelius has really been plagued with turnovers.
Timeout call by Brooks County now with 11:30 left to play in the first half. It's Brooks 15, Mitchell County 0. Let's pause for this on the official voice of high school football in Southwest Georgia, Q92.3. Who's playing on the other station? Bainbridge and somebody, I bet. Back live at Centennial Field, Camilla, Georgia. Brooks County just taking advantage of a fumble. Mitchell County had a great defensive stand down against Brooks County, and their end of the field was able to get good field position and then just laid the ball on the ground. Brooks County came up with it. Now they have it 1st and 10 on our territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, the season's young, but nonetheless, the biggest problem that Mitchell County has had all year long is fumbling the football.
Let's see if we see any, no, Parrish, going to leave Parrish in the game. Going to put receivers out to both sides and put 2 in the slot on the right. Parrish is going to keep Golden with him in the backfield. Parrish takes the snap, going to give to Golden on this side. Golden makes a good move around the left side at the 30, the 25. There's a flag on the play. Back out about the 36-yard line, so this may come back.
I think he's going to, if it's not a hold, I think he's going to say he pushed the defensive man in the back. We'll see what he comes up with.
That was a good move by Golden.
Yeah, I don't know.
He had a huge hole to run through. It is going to be holding against Brooks County. So
that wide receiver, he was, I reckon, I'm sure the Brooks County coaching staff does not agree with that, but nonetheless, he is a big break for Mitchell County because he picked up probably, what, good 20 yards on that play.
It goes from the point of the infraction, which is a 37-yard line, going to back it up to the 47-yard line, and it's going to be 1st and 12.
Big break for Mitchell defense there.
Yep, really big because Brooks County Golden had a nice gain there, about a 20-yard gain nullified by the penalty.
Yeah, Golden is one of those 5 seniors Brooks is playing.
Parrish looks things over, same formation. Got a pair of receivers in the slot on the right side, turns, fakes, makes a fake, and is rolling to his right side, looking still, wants to throw it deep, just throws it out of bounds after he gets out of the pocket.
Yeah, he tried to fake pump the little hitch route, and he wanted to pick up his seam, running the vertical, going straight up the field. Tried to hit a home run there, but fortunately, again, once he pump faked, one of the Mitchell defenders, interior lineman, was enough to flush him out of the pocket. He had to run for his life. He decided to dump it. Parrish dumped it for Brooks out of bounds.
2nd and 12, ball at the 47-yard line of the Eagles. Brooks County leads 15-0. We're 11:09 left to play in the first half. Same formation. Wide receivers to both sides, a pair in the slot on the right side. Low snap, Parrish handles it, rolls to his right, throws it out there. It's going to be incomplete. It was a little bit high. Pass intended for number 11, Derek Herring.
Still, again, pretty good pressure by Williams, number 2 for Mitchell's defense. He put some pressure on that quarterback. Quarterback's looking like he's getting a little tired for Brooks there. He had a receiver open there again. He just overthrew it.
So that brings up 3rd and 12 for the Trojans from Brooks. Parrish huddles him up, breaks the huddle as he ran to the sideline to pick up the play. Now they put people in the slot on both sides. As Parrish looks them over, calling the play at the line of scrimmage in this hurry-up offense they run. Takes the snap, looking to throw it. Got a man open across the middle. He's going to be short of the first down at about the 34-yard line or 35-yard line. He's going to be very close. I don't know, but I don't think he made it. It's according to where they place the ball. No, he's short now if they place it there. It's going to be 4th down.
Just a little, but I tell you, number 15 for Brooks, a wide receiver. He's not very big, but I tell you, Parrish loves to throw it to him. He's thrown it to him several times all night long, and that was a nice post route.
That's Sam Bradley, number 15, and they're going to measure this thing. It is that close. I don't believe he got the first down, but he is short probably by about the length of a football.
It's a good mark, but you're right. Maybe a half a football to a football. There's not much. He's going to be close.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they'll go for it.
Oh, I'm sure they'll go for it.
Sitting on Mitchell County's 35-yard line, they'll go for it. I'd keep it in number 12's hands if I were Brooks. But there again, got to give Mitchell. Yep, it's about a half a football, maybe a football. Ben.
It's about a foot short.
They keep adjusting these things. Like they can't get the chain right. Notice that.
So
notice how the referees keep playing.
4th down for Brooks. Ball is resting right at the Eagle 35.
15-0 still. Brooks leads. 10:33 remaining in the 2nd period of play.
You got Parrish, Bradley, Cobb, Jenkins receivers. Miley's one of the receivers, split wide right. Miley's left, Jenkins is wide right.
Coming back
now they're going to go
formation.
going back to the I formation. Puts his fullback back a few feet. Parrish looks things over. Going to take the snap, going to toss it right side. Got a seam, got the first down inside the 30-yard line. That's number 5, Brandon
flag.
Golden.
I don't know who's calling this on. The referee threw that in the backfield. I don't know if it's going to be some talking again.
He's talking to Mitchell County. Is he talking to Mitchell County?
Yeah, unsportsmanlike conduct against Brooks. So, oh, no, come on now.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on both teams. Offset. Still going to bring up 4th down.
Well, yeah, I would think they'd have to replay the down, which is a bad break for Brooks. But you got a lot of talking. That official. He's hearing this conversation going on between these players.
He's indicating 1st down, so they're not going to replay the down. It must have occurred after the play was over.
Well, that's what he's got to call. If it's a dead ball foul, even if it's offsetting, you go where they picked up the 1st down.
1st down, Brooks coming out. They're going to stay in the I formation. Split receivers out to both sides. Got a man in the slot on this left side. Out of the I. Brooks, Parrish under center. Takes a snap, turns, gives to his deep man in the I. That's number 5, Golden. Golden over the left side. Picks up about 5 as he's down to the 25-yard line of the Eagles.
Well, they're going to see how the Mitchell defense adjusts. And so far, when they get in that I, that toss sweep has worked for them a couple of times to the right side. And there they just ran the power formation off the left tackle with the lead fullback leading through. And they picked up 5. So
and they're staying in this. They just staying in this I formation. Going to run the football.
Toss sweep
sweep right. That's Golden again. Golden makes a move at the line of scrimmage, stiff arms a man, and is run out of bounds on the far side after he picks up the 1st down at about the 15.
I'm not sure. It almost looked like one of the Mitchell defenders was tackled on that play. And running back was able to get outside. But there again, I think he's decided to go with this because Mitchell, they still have not adjusted as far as the toss sweep is concerned, and they probably keep running it.
They keep swapping that slot man from left to right. He's back on the left again. Out of the I again. Parrish under center. Takes a snap, turn, give to the tailback. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, rolls away from one, still on his feet at about the 15-yard line, the line of scrimmage. I think he lost a yard maybe. It's according to where his forward progress was. They're marking it right at the 15-yard line. So
Chester and Williams in on the tackle for Mitchell County.
They give him about a half a yard. We'll call it 2nd and 10. 2nd and 9 as they move the down marker now.
Yeah, Brooks County has decided they're going to stick with this I and run the football a little bit.
And right when you say that, they break out of it, go back to that shotgun. Trips out to the right. One receiver to the left. Parrish calls for the football. It's a high snap, but he's able to maintain it. Swings it out to the right side. It's complete. Spinning and turning away from tacklers on that far sideline. He picked up about 5 or 6 yards. That was number 15, Sam Bradley.
Yeah, broke 2 tackles. I don't know if we can give credit to the receiver or either just poor tackling or a little bit of both.
He's going to bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 3 now. The ball marked inside the Mitchell County 10-yard line, just inside the 10-yard line. Need to stop them right and hold them right here for 2 downs because you know they're going to go for it on 4th.
Yeah, that was nothing but trips right, just an overscreen right is all it was. And actually had some people in position, but he broke 2 tackles.
Now got 2 receivers in the slot on the left side. Parrish out of the shotgun. Looked like we jumped off sides again. Easy way to pick up another 1st down. That's 2 first downs we've given Brooks County on jumping off sides.
Well, as far as an offensive coordinator is concerned, it's a smart thing to do. Like I said, anytime you get inside of 5 yards in a 3rd or 4th down situation, change your cadence and see what happens. And so far, they've duped Mitchell County into jumping off sides both times.
So now the ball is going to be inside the Mitchell County 5-yard line. 7:56 left to play in the first half. Brooks County on top, 15-0.
Well, even more detrimental is 1st and goal. Sets up a 1st and goal situation instead of a 3rd or 4th down situation. So
right.
That's what penalties do to you.
Surprisingly, Parrish is going to go out of the shotgun. I thought they might go back to that I down this close. Low snap. Parrish is able to handle it. Looking things over, trying to get away. Oh, looked like we got him down back there, but he's still on his feet. They called him down at the 15-yard line. Good job there and some good pressure from the Eagles. Looked like number 54 was in there on that, Brian Ellis.
Brooks is still confusing me with trying to run so many routes downfield, even inside the 5-yard line, and Mitch Gann is doing a good job putting pressure on him. And if he would get rid of the football quickly, he's got people open on quick outs. But he doesn't want to throw it to them. He wants to throw it to the guy running downfield. He wants to throw it to the vertical route.
2nd and goal from the 15 now. Going to spread everybody out again. Keep Golden with him in the backfield. Put a pair of receivers in the slot on the left side. And Parrish gets the football. Looking downfield, it develops. That's complete to number 8 at about the 5-yard line. Number 8 is Ada Jenkins. Yeah. But that's going to bring up a 3rd down situation now. 3rd and goal.
Tackled by Emmanuel for Mitchell County, but that was just a simple little hitch route from the slot position, left side for Brooks, and he was wide open again. And that's basically what I was referring to. His short routes are open. If he'll just go ahead and get rid of the football, then good things can happen. Is just happened right there.
3rd and goal from the 7. Pair of receivers in the slot, left side. Parrish, Golden in the backfield with him. Parrish going to roll to his right, looking to dump it. Now he's tucking it and running. He's going in.
Yeah.
He scored.
Yeah, it was just too much. He strung that out with his quickness and his speed. He pushed it all the way outside, and the Mitchell defenders were just a little bit sluggish in getting out there and trying to turn him back in. So he just turned it upfield and ran right through him. Here they are again, Ben. They do this little spread right and spread left before they set up for the extra point.
It's almost like the old swinging gate, but it's kind of like a broken gate because they got a group out to both sides. Yeah. Hodom's in to kick. There's a kick. It's up. Look good from here, and it is. So your score with 6:05 left to play in the first half is Brooks County 21, Mitchell County nothing. Let's pause for this on the official voice of high school football in Southwest Georgia, Q92.3. So Brooks County cashes in.
6:05 remaining in the 2nd period, man.
22-0 here from Centennial Field.
I'll tell you now, Mitchell defense, they're looking a little sluggish, but to give Mitchell defense credit, they toughen up there in that 2nd period of play. And they've been able to really put up a couple of defensive stops that if the offense could just stop turning the football over, this ball game, it's actually 22-0, but it's, as far as except for the mistakes by the Mitchell County offense, it's much closer than that.
We got Williams back deep for the Eagles along with number 19, Pollard. And set to kick off for Brooks County is Hodom. Hodom approaching the football, puts a foot in it, low kick, going to bounce around and be taken about the 20-yard line. Trying this near sideline, finds a little bit of a seam, cuts it back up inside and runs into the pursuit of the Brooks County Trojans at the 29-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10, Mitchell County.
Have a Mitchell County player down. I think he was trying to throw a block and pull it up.
It looks like number 22, Ja'Cory Belvin. I don't want to say before I know, but that looks like the number I got. I don't know. We'll pray that boy's not hurt bad. He's up on one knee, so at least he's not laying on the ground writhing in pain. We thank the Lord for that. And now he's up on his feet. Let's see if we can get a number out of that.
Yeah, it is 22.
22. So Ja'Cory Belvin, good to see you jogging off under your own speed. 5:56 left to play in the first half, 22-0 Brooks County. As we got a little pause in the action here, let's pause for 30 seconds on the official voice of high school football in Southwest Georgia, Q92.3. Where's my number? Now it's busy. Hey, this is us. Yeah, I'm here. Okay, okay. I don't have any idea. I just know you missed a break, and so I checked my phone, and I said call you. So that's what I did. Oh, you didn't miss it. The phone had probably dropped out before I called for it. That's what I figured. Okay. Back live at Centennial Field. We had a little bit of technical difficulty there, but we are back here where our score is 22-0 Brooks County with 4:51 left to play in the first half. The Eagles have the football, 3rd down and 14 now, as they are at their own 26-yard line. Sorry about that technical difficulty we had right there. Something happened, but we hope we can keep it here.
Keep trying to run that option out of that shotgun split back set, and just not working. Just not working.
Oh, there's some heavy pressure by Brooks County. We're going to be sacked back at about the 17-yard line. And someone's slow getting up out there.
That's the quarterback, number 11, quarterback.
That's Bruce Bryant.
Yeah, they got to him with a 4-man rush there. Got to him with a 4-man rush.
So that brings up a 4th down now, 4th and 22, 23.
That's about right.
Jaquan Williams, the punter. Brooks County receiver to receive the punt on standing at the midfield stripe.
Still 22-0 Brooks County leads with 3:49 left in the second period.
It's a high snap. Williams gets it off.
Barely got it off.
It's a deep kick, going to take a Mitchell County roll, picked up at the 45 across the 50, and 45 run out of bounds on the far side. Don't throw him down.
Oh
that's no.
That's a bad call.
They threw flags.
That's a bad call.
There was a Mitchell County defender who was just approaching, and the guy stepped out of bounds, and he didn't throw him down at all. He just kind of grabbed him on that side, kind of holding himself and the ball carrier up. And there was no intent to cause harm at all.
No, it's a bad call.
But we saw flags fly everywhere.
All it did, the guy was running. He grabbed him by the football, swung him out, and then held on to him. He never even tried to throw him down.
No.
Bad call.
No.
Bad call.
So let's see if Coach Freeman decides to make any substitutions here, leading this thing 22-0 at 3:35 left to go in the half.
That 15-yard penalty, Ben, is going to put Brooks County in business on Mitchell County's 28-yard line.
Tough breaks. That's been the story of this ball game. I mean, from the opening kickoff when Mitchell County fumbled the ball on the opening kickoff. So we'll have to wait and see what Brooks is going to do. They're going to leave number 12, Parrish, in the game for now. I'm sure we'll see a lot of substitutions in the second half. Going to bring everybody in tight a little bit. Still got his trips over here on the left side, but they're not split as wide as they usually are. Going to keep Golden with him in the backfield for a little protection. Now sends a man in motion to the right side. There's a snap, low snap. Parrish under some pressure, sets up the screen across the middle. He's got a running room wide open across the middle, and down inside the 10, 9, 5. Ooh, he's going to go down at about the 3-yard line. That was number 15. His favorite receiver tonight has been Sam Bradley.
Well, they tried to run that middle screen earlier when Mitchell County made a great play and put too much pressure on him where he couldn't pick up his receiver, and he got sacked. And that was the best defensive stand Mitchell County's made all night, but he got rid of the football much quicker then.
So it's 1st and goal. Ball is at the 3-yard line of the Eagles.
There's the nose. They go into a 50 front now, Mitchell County is. Of course, it's goal line defense.
Got the big man, Devon Hicks, in there as a nose tackle. Now they go to stack that backfield. Parrish goes in behind 2 blockers, untouched, and it's touchdown, Brooks County. With 2:55 left to play, let's keep it here until we can get the extra point.
Yeah, when you set that up and you stack those guys up in that slot, that quarterback just runs in behind them. It's just like a power eye play, basically is what it is from a shotgun position. And quarterback with his quickness, and they go for 2 again. Throws it over and he walks in, easy. Just takes the snap, throws it over here to the left side, and they pick up 2 points again.
That's going to make it 30-0. We got 2:55 left to play in the first half. Your score, Brooks County 30, Mitchell County nothing. Let's pause for this on the official voice of high school football in Southwest Georgia, Q92.3. It's been a story of mistakes for the Mitchell County Eagles, and Brooks County just taking advantage of them.
Well, we may get a chance. Coach Cornelius may come up here and chat with us for a couple of minutes at halftime. That's never easy for a high school coach to do, especially when you're getting defeated 30-0. But really, I'm going to say this, except for several fumbles by Mitchell County's offense, their defense they've been hanging in there pretty tough with them. I mean, Brooks County's offense is a high-powered offense.
Yes, it is.
They're making a lot of good plays, but they seem to give up that big play. Here's a pooch kick.
Pooch kick on the far side. Got a man over there. I don't know if he was inbounds when he caught it.
We'll see what the referees say.
The referees are marking him inbounds and saying that he did catch it.
That's their ball if it does. No Mitchell County receiver even tried to field the ball.
It was a high pooch kick over on the far sideline. They had a guy down there, and he caught it.
I think he stepped out. I think he's out of bounds.
Let's see what they're going to say here. I don't know.
Or he didn't get both feet down. You had both feet in high school.
Yeah, it doesn't look like to me he had both feet down when he went out. But that was you could tell by the way that Hodum had set up to kick the football that he was going to try something like that. Because
Well, they got areas open, but what I'm seeing here is I'm seeing a tired Mitchell County team, and they're really not responding very well. They're not reacting to the ball. No one even attempted to field the ball.
Back it up to the 35-yard line, and Hodum will do it again.
And on top of that, your two-point conversions that Brooks continues. They spread. They get about 4 guys to the right, about 5 guys to the left. They got 3 in the middle. 2 in the middle, and they snap it. And if the quarterback's got an opening, and if they spread out, he runs it right up the middle. If not, he just throws a little overpass to one of his receivers. And the defenders, Mitchell County's defenders, been standing around a good bit on those two-point conversions. They're getting caught.
So Hodum, out of the same formation, looks like he wants to try this again. It's a high pooch kick again. Got a man down there. And we had a man down there who makes the catch. That's number 7 for the Eagles, Anthony Murray.
Yeah. Well, when you kick a ball like that, the rules are, you come down, you still have to, it's like a punt. You have to give, if the man gets in position to field a ball, you have to allow him to field it, if he's in bounds, obviously. Right. But so that's the reason he to get decked.
Ball is at the 39-yard line of the Eagles. It's 1st and 10. We got 2:55 left to play in this first half. It'll be interesting to see because we got Bryant back in at quarterback. He has been the one that they have run in and out of the game quite often, especially in passing situations.
Of course, I want to clarify that you can call a fair catch on a kickoff as well on a pooch kick like that, just like you can on a punt.
Bruce Bryant is your quarterback. Behind him, Jaquan Williams going to give to Williams right side. Found a little bit of a seam, hit at the line of scrimmage, falls forward, and it has about 3, maybe 4 yards. Looked like that hole was going to open up, but it closed quickly when he got to the line of scrimmage, Robert.
Well, the safety came up, made a good play for Brooks. The thing about Brooks County's defense is they're standing up here. They got 11 people within 3 or 4 yards of the football. Now you got the safety dropping back the quarterback. He's dropping back a little bit.
2nd and 7.
A lot of pressure on the Mitchell County offense.
Bryant stays in at quarterback. There's a snap. It's a little bit high, but going to give, hit at the line of scrimmage, but breaks loose. That was number 26, Emmanuel. Yeah. And it was a great effort to get anything out of that. He was hit as soon as he was handed the football, and he was able to break some tackles and make some positive yardage out of it. I think he picked up about 2. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for the Eagles.
Yeah, instead of losing about 4, he actually got a yard or 2, and he broke about 3 tackles in doing it. Very good effort on the part of Emmanuel.
We'll call it 3rd and 4. The ball is at the Eagle 45-yard line. We got 1:49 left to play in the first half. Bruce Bryant is in at quarterback. Got, looks like Emmanuel behind him. Fakes it to Emmanuel. Bryant rolling right under some pressure, going to go down at the 35-yard line.
There again, Mitchell County, they don't have enough people. They had a miscue there. You don't have enough people blocking the Brooks County defenders. You had 4 people trying to run vertical routes again, and he simply does not have enough time to throw the ball downfield. I think one of the receivers on Mitchell County is supposed to be staying in and blocking the slot people.
Brooks County has called timeout. Your score is Brooks 30, Mitchell 0. Let's pause for 30 seconds on the official voice of high school football in Southwest Georgia, Q92.3. Back live, Centennial Field, Camilla, Georgia, 1:19 left to play on the clock before the first half is over. Brooks County leads 30-0, and Mitchell's about to punt the football away.
Well, it's closing in the second period, but if I was the Mitchell coaching staff, I would be trying to utilize my timeouts.
Here's a snap. Williams gets it off. High end over end kick. Fair catch called for at the 34-yard line. And it's going to be Brooks County football, 1st and 10 there. That's Xavier Medlock who made the reception for the Trojans.
My point is I would be trying to utilize these timeouts being not only for strategy but basically to give some of my key players a little breathing time, because it's very obvious that many of these key players are going both ways, are getting winded. They're getting tired and they're not able to.
It looks like they're going to bring it back and punt it again. I didn't get the call.
They're calling it against, I don't know, if he did it offsetting penalties again.
It looks like they're going to mark it off against Brooks County.
Well, I saw him pointing against Brooks.
They've already moved the chains.
Yeah. Well, they can mark it.
Where does that come from? They don't know where the football was. They moved the down markers.
Oh,
declined. Okay.
He's declining it.
Now
He don't want to kick it again.
Yeah.
He don't want to kick it again.
Declined the penalty.
I tell you this.
So bring it back to the 34, 1st and 10, Brooks County from that spot.
These coaches are having a hard time communicating with these officials.
1:12 left to play, first half. 30-0 is your score. Brooks on top. Now Brooks will take over, 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line. They're huddling up on the far sideline, about ready to break it. They have been running a fairly, I call it a quick, it's not really a no huddle, it's just a quick, a hurry up type offense where they all come to the line and then the quarterback looks to the sideline, gets a signal, much like what Georgia runs sometime. There's a snap. There's motion.
It against me against Brooks. Should be a 5-yard penalty.
So from the 34, we can mark it back to the 29.
1:11 left before halftime.
And it is illegal procedure. The call out to the 29, or back to the 29 from the 34, Brooks County. They lead this thing 30-0, and we're just before half. Parrish, a quarterback, with Golden behind him in the backfield, or with him, beside him in the backfield. Going to turn, give it to Golden, this side. Left side, he's hit as he crosses the line of scrimmage. Found that seam in there, and as he cut back inside, there was a linebacker coming across to tackle him, but not before he made about a 5 or 6 yard gain.
That's Emmanuel, 26. He's really having a good ball game for the Mitchell County defense.
We'll give him 5 on the play back to the original line of scrimmage at the 34. And we're under a minute now to play in the half. Parrish takes the snap, looking to throw it downfield. Wants to let it go deep. Got a man down here. Number 9 is wide open.
He's got him.
Did he make the catch? He did. They're going to say complete at the 21-yard line.
He had him.
So Brooks County leading this thing 30-0 just before the half, tries to air it out. And was successful there. Coach English is
he's trying to get his corner.
A little bit upset over there with his
cornerback. He's trying to get his corner to turn and run, and he's just you can look at it both ways. You can give that receiver credit for his speed, and then you can give the fault the defender for not turning and running with him quick enough.
That was complete to Juwan Miley. There's a snap. Parrish going to look to the right side. Got a little bit of pressure, going to roll to that right side. Now he's just going to throw it out of bounds on the right side. He just threw it away once he got out of the pocket. So bring up 2nd and 10, but we're now down to 25 seconds left to play in the first half.
Well, they're definitely trying to punch it in again, that's for sure. Leading 30-0.
And that we mentioned before the game that Brooks was off last week, so I'm sure that Coach Freeman wants to leave his starters in for at least this first half so he can get them some work.
Oh, sure. Well, like I said, the number 12, he's going both ways. The quarterback, Brooks, he's looking a little tired. He's had a few miscues from just being winded.
Parrish, the quarterback, got receiver split both sides, 2 in the slot right side. Ball's low, has trouble handling it. We got a man in there, and we sack him back at about the 35-yard line.
That was Kavoris Pollard making the tackle in the backfield. Big loss. Big play.
Now,
that clock run.
now I expect they'll let the clock maybe run down a little
I'm
bit.
surprised Brooks not calling a timeout.
As we're 6, 5, 4 left to play in the first half, Brooks is going to just let the clock run out and take this 30-0 lead in at halftime. Eagles going to try to regroup and get something back together. So we'll see. We'll be back for the halftime and to talk some football right after we take this 3-minute break. 3-minute break. You're on the official voice of high school football in Southwest Georgia, Q 92.3.
Gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment, Mitchell County High School Principal Robert Adams and Superintendent Vic Hill proudly present the Screaming Eagles Marching Band. The band will be presenting its 2012 Prince show, including When Doves Cry, featuring alto sax soloist Vernon Johnson, Purple Rain, featuring horn soloist Justin Wynn, trumpet player John Dent, and sax player Rashawn Johnson, Little Red Corvette, featuring the percussion section, and 1999, featuring Justin Wynn on horn and John Dent on trumpet, all arranged by band director Paul Anderson. The band is under the field direction of drum major Aaliyah Childs, flag captains of Veronica Numa, and percussion captain is Shedrick Bryant. And now, the Mitchell County High School Screaming Eagles Marching Band.